listening to the LOZ Podcast Network.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the LOZ Podcast Network. If you've been listening today on the show, you know that we are doing a new thing in the app and on KRMS radio. We are simulcasting on Saturday mornings. So we are having a show that runs every Saturday morning that you'll be able to listen to here on KRMS. And then also you'll get to view those same episodes in the LOZ app in our LOZ Podcast Network. And I'm excited now because we're introducing kind of a new segment we're going to have on a monthly basis. And you know, real estate is so big here at the lake. And there's so many things going on with real estate around the lake and what's happening that we have a local expert that's going to be joining us every month. And her name is Allyson Cline. Allyson, how are you?
I'm well. Thank you so much for having me on today, Ken.
You're welcome. And Allyson is with the local group, Rob Ellerman, Reese Nichols. You guys are really, you do a ton of things all over the lake. You have representation every part of the lake that's getting bigger and bigger. I mean, I think people think, oh, the lake is just what I see in the cove outside of my house, but it's a huge market, isn't it?
Oh, it definitely is. Yeah. There's parts of the day where I'm driving an hour and a half away from my house and it's still Lake of the Ozarks. So that's definitely really unique to our area. I can drive, pretty much an hour either direction and it's still the lake.
And I think people, if you live down like maybe on the 13 or 14 mile marker in what I consider to be kind of the real crowded part of the lake, you forget that there's just as many homes up on the 50 and 60 mile marker. And that's even getting more prevalent, right? I mean, there's a lot of building going on in other parts of the lake.
Yeah, there's numerous subdivisions that are coming up on that side. There's one on the 55 mile marker that's got 4 new builds. 53 mile marker has, I think, 12 lakefront homes. There's one on the 47. So there's definitely been a lot of new construction in the last couple of years that has happened over there. And I mean, as the lake kind of shifts that direction, if you think about it, those folks on the quieter side of the lake have the most opportunity for appreciation as that lake, shifts and grows and moves down. So really, it's such a great area if you're open to driving a little bit to get groceries. I mean, it's phenomenal. You can swim out on your dock on Saturday still. You can be main channel and have a dock, right? So some of the luxuries you don't get on the super busy end, you do have the opportunity to have that over there. Now, I totally get it. It's not for everybody. The busy part of the lake, I call it the ocean. But convenience, right? So convenience, the big parties, the big bars, just all of that, like the excitement of the party lake, right? This is the biggest party lake of the country. So there's definitely the pull to that. But for the people that are, I don't really care about that, it's a great option. You get a lot more bang for your buck out there, and there's just a lot of development going on for sure.
And even condos too. I mean, I know you guys have a couple projects going on that are big condo complexes that are opening up that are a little further out there, but man, they're huge, and they're going to be big complexes for people to actually move into actually pretty soon, right?
Yeah. Yep. This coming year, they're thinking early this year, they'll be ready. They'll be done. Ember Ridge it's just half a mile down from Captain Ron. So when you say way out there, honestly, Ken, that's not way out there anymore. To be honest with you, that's kind of on your line of where the quiet and busy starts. So you can boat a couple miles and go to a big party bar. Or you can boat the other way and go ski in the main channel. So it's such a great area. And the condo building number 1 is going to be done here shortly. It's going to be move-in ready, and those are going to look super, super nice. They've got some lockout units on the side. Units are lockouts. And then some of the ones on the top floor, the vault up there is so big. Now we're probably going to add a loft because we're in it and we're thinking, holy cow, that's just a ton of space. Let's utilize it. So the project itself is really cool, and they're starting to move into doing maybe some townhouses, lakefront villas, lakefront homes, and then they'll be going into phase 2 with a second condo building after that.
Right now, everywhere I look, there's, you go through Port of Seaman, the villages, there's all kinds of second tier stuff getting built. I mean, not just on the lake. And that's kind of, I think, for the people that are out there listening today, I mean, I know that everyone at the lake does a lot for the tourists. We're always looking for what's the next lakefront property or what's the next lakefront condo that I can do. But there's a lot of locals that are living down here full time, and they're looking for places to move as well. And they want amenities like land, and they want amenities like, a really nice home. So finally, I think that we're starting to build some of those structures.
Oh my gosh, yeah, and I mean, just to hit on one subdivision, the Estates of Kinderhook, it's just a mile from Old Kinderhook. That is a new subdivision that has brand new homes in it, but they're all on 5-acre tracts. You've got resort style amenities. I mean, I'm talking like a state of the art indoor heated pool. We don't have that hardly anywhere, and there's only 30 homes there. So, I mean, the clubhouse is phenomenal. You've got an outdoor pool, pickleball courts. It's a really, really cool new subdivision that's going on. So that's, could be geared for local or for nightly rentals. So that project I think is really unique for sure.
Is this a good time of the year for you to be looking for a new property?
So I always tell people the best time to buy or sell is when you are needing to buy or sell, right? So, but aside from that, if you're just asking, I'm open to the idea, but I want to do it like when I can maximize the most money. Traditionally speaking, spring is when everybody thinks, okay, that's the best time to list. Here's my, a different perspective on that is if you list in the fall or the winter, number one, you have way less competition. Okay. So if someone is looking, if they're needing to buy, or, if they're needing to buy somewhere and they're looking, it's basically your home and like two others that they're looking at, right? If you wait until spring, whenever everybody wants to put their house on the market, now your competition is your home and 24 other homes that they could choose from. So when it comes to fall and winter, I'm never opposed to listing now because I think that there's still people out there that want to buy and sell. I mean, I was looking at stats a couple days ago and I mean, our days on market right now for off water are still pretty low. If you are priced where you should be, you are going to sell it. And not necessarily saying you're going to get 12 offers in 4 minutes like we did in, the peak of COVID, but things are still definitely moving and appreciation is still happening. People are looking online and from the public's eye, it looks like, okay, wow, everybody's doing price reductions and price drops and things are sitting on the market. Well, those homes were overpriced to begin with. But when you take into account the sold house, like the sold price, it's actually appreciated year over year. We've appreciated about 3.5%. So we're in a very healthy market. From an economic standpoint, a healthy market is having 6 months supply. So theoretically, it's taking 6 months to sell your house. We are definitely not there. If it's priced where it should be, I mean, you are getting offers, you are getting attraction, you are getting attention on your home, you're getting tours. If you don't have 5 to 7 tours in those first 1 to 2, 3 weeks, then you're probably overpriced a little bit. This time of the year, though, so that would be for like off water stuff, right? If you're talking about lakefront homes, it's a little bit different because in the summer, people are down all the time. Whereas right now, like you kind of have to plan. If you're in the market for a lake house, like it's not as convenient. You aren't already planning to come down to the lake this weekend. So if a house comes on the market that you're interested in, don't freak out if it takes 2 or 3 weeks to really get some action on it because people have to plan. We've got holidays coming up. There's sports in full effect. People are just busy. In the summer, people are, their mind is always on the lake. When it comes to off season, it's just not their priority. So your house is naturally going to sit on the market a little bit longer, not necessarily always because of price. Some of it is just waiting for people to have a chance to come down and see it.
Look, you're a new mom this year. And so you
Yeah.
get to not only be a realtor, but a mom realtor. And that's a little different, isn't it?
Oh my gosh, it has changed about everything that I do from how I sleep and breathe to it has been a big adjustment going into this, but we are so blessed. We have so much help. So I'm still able to do real estate full time. She is now 15 months old as of 2 days ago, something like that. We say a little over a year. We're really bad about it. Um, so that has just been something that she is such a joy. Ken, oh my gosh, I love her to pieces. She takes over my life, truly. Um, so I work full time, right? And we have a lot of help. But when I decide to have like a day with her, I try to have 1 day a week that it's just me and her so I can, have a sense of, feeling like a mom still. Um, I took her to work with me, what was it, maybe a week ago. I just had to run by a client's house. And have a conversation real quick. They were going to sign a paper. We were having some technical issues. So I said, no worries. Let me just run by the house tomorrow. I'll meet you. I'll have my little human with me. But she'll be fine. Right. And I was going there and on the way there, she texted me and she said, hey, this sign, came down. I think maybe the mowers took it down or something. Can you bring one and put one back up? I said, absolutely. I have a sign guy. So I normally am not on that end of things. Um, but I was like, you know what? I'm driving there anyways. I can hop out, right, and do some physical labor for 30 seconds. So pull over on the side of the road, and this is like on 7 highway it's out in Climax Springs, but it was, 7 highway. So it's 55 mile an hour or something like this. And as soon as I get out, I hear her start uh pooping. Like she's like grunting, right? And I'm like, oh my gosh. So, like when you just look at them and they have that look in their eyes and their face starts to get a little red and you're like, okay, great. So I'm like, man, I can't like leave her sitting in this for the next 45 minutes, right? Like while I drive there and go somewhere else. So I'm like, I'll just change her real quick. I'll change her in like the back of my car. It's totally fine. So I pop the trunk up. And I have an SUV, so I like have the seats folded down already. And I'm changing her like on the side of the road. And I just am like dying laughing. I'm like, this has to look so comical. Like, I'm putting out signs. I've got like real estate signs on the ground. I'm trying to like get that done. I'm pulling her out of the car seat. I'm changing her diaper. And I am just like, oh my word, like this is what my life is now. Okay. You get it done. It's just in a very chaotic fashion.
That's awesome. That's a great story. Listen, we are going to have you on a monthly basis to talk about real estate here at the lake. We're going to talk about a lot of different issues. But this inaugural day that we have on KRMS Radio, I wanted to bring you on and kind of introduce you to everyone. Guys, we're going to be not only in the LOZ app with our normal podcast, and you'll see this one in there as well, but every Saturday on KRMS, you're going to be able to listen to us as well. So it's kind of, we're calling it the Simulcast, even though it's not the exact same time and it's not live. You'll get to listen in on the radio and also watch in the LOZ app. We love the collaboration and the partnership. And we look forward to bringing you more of these kind of stories and these little vignettes that we're doing in the app. Allyson, thanks for joining us today. Thanks for being a part of the first show. And we look forward to having you back on a bunch more to tell everyone at the lake about the real estate industry, what's going on, and maybe let us into the life of a mom out there trying to do it all.
Thank you so much, Ken. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, everybody. Well, until next week, this has been the LOZ Podcast Show on KRMS Radio. We look forward to talking to you and seeing you in the future. Have a great weekend. Talk to you soon.